So we started dating, and I'd taken her out about 5 nights right in a row. Is really good.
Picked me up at 4:30, right after school was out.
And we'd go out and have beers and had fun. So I was telling my partner, John Lane, I said, you know, this gal is going to be, I really like her. I said, this could be the one. John says, well, she's engaged, you know. And I said, what? He says, yeah, because he knew from school, from Bozeman. I said, okay, well, I'll find out about that. So I picked her up the next night. I said, where's your ring? She says, home on the desk.
The dresser, Glenn.
Whatever. And I said, well, it's either Bob or me. I said, so I took her right to the phone booth. And he was in California at the time. And all her stuff was already
I had a job and all my clothes.
All the clothes were down there and everything. So she calls up and says, send my clothes home. Anyway, that was the end of that. So.
Oh, there was a whole bunch of stuff.
That's no end. Are you serious?
But anyway, it was so close that when Mary Jo and I finally got married later, I'd get phone calls and they'd talk to Mary Jo and they'd say, hey Mary Jo, congratulations, how are you doing? Can I talk to Bob? And she'd say, no, I married Glenn. What? Doesn't matter. And we had napkins that said Bob and Mary Jo.
Bridesmaids.
And then I had to pay off bridesmaids' dresses that were, anyway. So Mary Jo and I got married and it was fine. And so our wedding night.
You didn't even meet her parents until the wedding.
I'd never met her mom until the day we got married. And I'm standing in front of the church, and her mom had 6 brothers, 5 brothers,
all ranchers,
and they all got out of this car, and they're all little guys, and they're all ranchers, and they got out of the car, and they're coming across the street, and I said, "Which one's your mother?" And anyway, so then we get married. So as soon as we get married, Mary Jo and I jump in the car and we take off like a couple of idiots. And the party and everything was everybody. You know, we didn't stick around. There was none of that stuff.
Nobody liked you anyway.
No. Yep. So I said we got to get. I wanted to get the job done because Mary Jo and I had not
done the deed.
Done anything before we got married.
So you had everything packed.
Yeah.
You went to Bob Gunn to get your cavities filled. Just get out of town.
They took his nurse. So we drive to Missoula, and we get to the Traveler Street Motel. It's one of those with the iron beds.
Traveler Street.
Traveler Street.
Picture that.
In Missoula.
In Missoula. No. Yeah, it was in Missoula. So we get in there, and things are starting to get going pretty good, and there's a knock on the door.
I had my pinwall on. I want you to figure that out. With a chain link thing.
Oh, she was all dolled up.
With linoleum.
Yeah, the room was not real classic. Anyway. And it was one of those where you park the car underneath a little lean-to right by the motel. You know, it's just Bates Motel all over. Knock at the door. Well, who the heck would know that we're there? So I get up, put on my clothes, whatever. I answer the door, and there's a little girl about, well, she's older than Maggie.
Not much.
10 something. My daddy is there right next door. She says, my daddy had a heart attack. Could you help me out? So Mary Jo, quick, get dressed so we can get our clothes back on.
I took my pinwall.
Put on her jeans and we go next door and get this guy up off the floor. And I said, run down and call the 911. So a little girl runs down, they call ambulance or whatever was it.
The operator.
Yeah.
Ambulance.
Call the janitor.
The ambulance comes and they put the guy in the ambulance. The mother gets in the ambulance, and as the ambulance drives out of the motel, she hollers out the back door, would you watch our daughter until we get back? Okay?
I still had my pinwall.
So we spent the whole night with this little 10-year-old. We went around and bought her hamburgers and stuff. And so
She was a dear.
The next day, finally in the morning, the mom came back, and that was the end of that. And I said, well, you know, the room was up. We had to get out and check out. Still couldn't get the job done. And so Cashmore, a friend of mine, had a cabin at Flathead Lake. And he says, you guys come up there. He knew we were going to travel. He says, you can have the cabin up there, but it's all by yourself. It'll be a lovely little honeymoon cabin. Jesus, so I'm pedal to the metal. Headed for Flathead Lake. We pull in, and there must have been 50 cars there, and 300 people. And I said to Monk, what the hell is going on? Oh, I forgot. It's a family reunion. There's not one place to stay. Back in the car we go now. I'm driving as fast as I can, looking for any place that says hotel, motel, beds, anything. Get to Hot Springs, Montana.
There you go.
Hot Springs. Well, I'll tell you that. The rest of the story. But it took me 3 days to get the job done. Oh, God.
And that is some sad picking behind that story you just did.
Terrible.
No, I mean it was a sad story. It was doom and gloom on the guitar and perfect with the story. I loved it. It was perfect. The blues.
That story is amazing.
This is how we met.
We lived in this little house in Great Falls, and we had a surprise birthday party for Glenn, and all these people are coming, including the date we had set up for Glenn, Janice Thompson.
Janet
Oh.
was a dear friend of mine.
Yeah, and we moved all the furniture out so that it was little. Anyway, so he shows up with her.
Well, no. Well,
I was thinking that was the first night you guys met, though.
it is. It's the
Well,
first
how did you
night
get there?
Well, he asked me to come
To the birthday.
to his birthday.
But it was a surprise.
Well, see, that's
Oh, very good.
No, this was 100 years
Well, it sure as hell turned out to be.
I'm laying some emotion in there.
You're totally. Listen. Plot thickens.
The plot thickens.
good.
We had a lot of fun.
Oh, that was funny.
And so I came to this party
Not knowing anybody.
not knowing
Anybody.
a soul. Because I was engaged to someone else. Bob Gunn.
Dun, dun, dun.
You want me to do the dun dun dun?
I did.
I'll just carry
And
this.
then I went to this party. And I didn't know a soul.
That was
Awesome.
However,
You can't get over that. That's a long story.
Dear God.
Words can't.
He only knows 4 chords.
Two change up.
How many drum rolls do you want?
Tell Anna we won't
it
be there
was
tomorrow.
We got a wedding at 4 p.m.
okay, so we went to the party. Da, da. At Brad and Rosie's house. Yeah. Which was scary anyway.
Had a cake baked for it with a beer can on the top of it, which was way before all these fancy cakes were set.
Innovators.
It was an original idea.
Hey, just like beer on it.
Well, see, here's the deal. The sad part about it was these two were married. Brad and Rosie were married. None of us other guys
Oh God!
were, and so
Don't
that
remind me.
we'd go to their
Rosie
house all
put
the
up
time.
with
You know, just
stuff.
it drove them crazy. Because,
I put up with a lot of shit.
She did.
So,
What's that, Brad?
so Glenn and Jess, another guy who's dead now, would show up on Sunday about 1 o'clock in those one-piece kind of work
Coverall.
clothes, coverall uniforms, you know, and they had to go work on their car, so they needed Brad to come help.
What a neat clutch in.
Yeah. So,
That was such a bad deal.
and I just hate him for it. And so he'd take off and leave me stuck home all day with a baby.
And there.
And so I finally got smart. So there's a club out in Black Eagle, which is outside of Great Falls, and it had a club called the 3D Club. And I found out that on Sundays they had jam sessions.
Around 1 o'clock.
No, it's actually about 1:30.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And so one time I packed her in the car, and the kind of car seats we used to have that weren't like the car seats now, and drove up by the 3-Day Club, and there's their damn car right in front of the door.
All our coveralls are laying.
Son of a bitch.
That was the last clutch we ever worked with.
But they did this to me a lot.
Yeah, they did that.
It's tough being the first couple married.
Yeah, where'd Maggie go?
Dave.
Bed.
Did she?
I carried her in, took her through the threshold.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess we are in Montana.
What'd you say?
Yes, we are in Montana. Carry your kid through the threshold? Really? Little bit scary. Wah, wah, wah.
That's good. That's the only thing I know how to play.